All right. So, Isaac, what's good, brother? Young, what up? All right, let's talk about this thing, man. Many men married their woman for the wrong reason. Got with the woman for the wrong reason, married the woman for the wrong reason. When I was in, I had a partner, man, in school, man, and we chopped it up. I just chopped it up with him, man, for the first time in a long time, man. Probably last month, maybe a month or so ago. And next time I'm in the city, man, I'm gonna holler at him, man. We'll link up, man, and you know what I'm saying, sit down, man, and chop it up over some fine cuisine or whatever, man. So anyway, he got with a broad and knocked her up. Condom broke. He knocked her up. He ended up marrying her because he knocked her up. Within 2 years, she's pregnant again. He's dark skinned. She's brown skinned. Second baby was red. I'm talking about red. Not just born red, 1 year old, 2 year old red. Come to find out that she ended up getting pregnant by someone else while they were married. Now, I want y'all to think about this. This just doesn't go for us, it goes for men and women. When you marry someone for the wrong reason or get with someone for the wrong reason, first of all, elephant in the room. When I say marriage, I'm talking about legal and non-legal marriage. See, if you and your woman are legally married and me and my woman are not, but me and my woman live in the house together the same way you and your woman live in the house together, and we got children together the same way you and your woman have children together, and I pay the cost to be the boss, same way you may or may not pay the cost to be the boss. In your house, you're the husband, she's the wife. In my house, I'm the husband, she's the wife, whether we're legally married or not. So no one needs to come in here, oh, well, what about the legal marriage? And legal marriage is different. No, the only thing different about legal marriage is they're a whole lot easier to get in than they are to get out of. But that can be said for non-legal marriages as well, because we're still building a life together. We're still in a life together, sharing things. And so it still takes a separation. Just don't have to get the law involved. Now, when you marry someone for the wrong reason, you did it because someone forced you to. How can you think anything that you're forced to do is gonna have all the components that it needs to be successful? A lot of time, men didn't want to marry the woman they married in the first place. In the first place, they didn't want to marry the woman. And here's the thing: if you don't want to marry a woman and you marry her, there's all the intimacy is gonna die because you don't want to be with her in that way. See, it's one thing to go spend the night with a woman and have her come spend the night with you, or y'all just get together and kick it for a day, then y'all go back to your lives. It's something totally different to have that woman around you every day. That's the very reason that I don't have a woman cohabitate with me, man, because I ain't met the woman that I want to have around me every day. Matter of fact, I don't think she exists. And so that's not going to happen for me. But many men have done that. And then when you realize, man, that here's a woman, man, that you don't even like to be around, man, let me tell y'all something. There's nothing worse than getting feminine energy that you don't want from a woman you don't want it from. It doesn't work the same way as the feminine energy from a woman that you want to be around. Even a feminine woman that you don't want to be around, if you don't like her like that, her feminine energy doesn't do the same thing for you. It doesn't do the same thing for you. And let me tell you something that's real. If you ain't feeling her like that, trust me, she ain't feeling you like that. The energy is shared by two people when they're in close proximity. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you still live at home with your parents and you and your dad, y'all getting to that point, man, where he like, hey, I'm about to have to run this juvenile line about this pride. He got to go run the savannah on his own. You know it. He know it. The tension is in the air. It's thick. And when you in the house with a woman, man, you don't want her, she don't want you. The energy shows. The connection shows. The connection is dead. It shows. Everyone in the house knows. And deep down inside, no man wants a woman who don't want him. Regardless of how much these guys tell you to chase women, No matter how much you're told that, no matter how many times you're told to chase women, no matter how many times you're told to embrace rejection, no man wants a woman who doesn't want him. How do you keep pursuing a woman who doesn't want you? That's one thing, because you ain't got to do that. That's a choice. But if you married to a woman you don't want, any intimacy you get gonna come from somewhere else. Any intimacy you get gonna come from somewhere else. You know the craziest thing in the world for a man who has a woman to be hooked on fapping and porn. I'm talking about he got a woman at home with him in the house with him, and he hooked on fapping and porn. Boy, you ain't got no attraction to that woman. I'm talking about none. Matter of fact, it's even worse than not having any attraction to her. Her being there, her presence does something negative to your masculinity. It does something negative to your positive energy. And so you sitting there in an environment with a woman, before you know it, you hate the woman. You hate her presence. You hate her being there. And any intimacy you get gonna come from somewhere else. Here's another thing. A lot of times men are married to a woman and they can't say that this woman was their most enjoyable sexual experience. Most men cannot say their wives give them the most enjoyable sexual experience unless they're a man who hadn't had many. If your wife is your first one, yes, you probably can say that. She's giving you your best and your worst sexual experiences. Hell, you ain't got nothing to compare it to. But I'm talking about a man who's out here, man, been active. I'm talking about a man who's been served by a woman, served by women. I'm talking about, a woman doing everything in her power to bring you to the greatest ecstasy that a man could ever feel in life. I guarantee you, that ain't the woman that lay in the bed beside you every night. Man, listen, man. Some men have to think about other women and imagine that their wife is another woman in order to be intimate with her. I want y'all to think about how real that is. There are men who have to imagine their wife is that other woman. They'll go so far as to recommend that she get her hair fixed like that, or buy her some outfits that the woman would wear, even if she don't look the same in them. Listen, man, the woman who gave you your greatest sexual experience is always a memory that you're going to have. And you rank them. We rank them. And I can promise you that for 98% of men, your wife is not that woman. But this is the woman who you're required to get your intimacy from. And it drains her. It drains the woman to have. If women really were honest, they would admit they don't want to take care of a man all by themselves. Women just aren't honest. A woman knows how draining it is to take care of a man. That's why they want you to not be so demanding. That's why they want to tell you, well, all you think about is this. A woman don't never say, all you think about is eating, always want me to cook. She don't never say, all you think about is wearing clean clothes, always want me to do laundry. She don't ever say, all you think about is living in a clean house, always want me to clean up. She don't ever say that. But as soon as it comes to sex, all you think about is sex. I be tired. I don't want to have sex. After I take care of the children and clean up the house and cook the food and do the laundry and hang with my friend and go see my mama and get my hair done and get my toe done and read my books and go in the backyard and roll around, play with the dog and go to the mailbox. After I do all that, I don't have no energy left for sex. That's the main problem. That's how low pleasing you ranks on her list. And here's the thing. You knew that before you married her. When a woman ranks pleasing you way down her list like that, boy, you're finna be one dissatisfied man. Your wood gonna stop working because you ain't gonna use it. The majority of men who have a porn addiction have wives. The majority of men who have fap addictions, they have wives. Or no, legal or non-legal, they have wives, man. I want y'all to think about how crazy that is. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Right now, as a single man, as a bachelor, man, I don't be steading women unless I really, really need to be intimate with a woman. Otherwise, man, I don't be thinking about a woman. When I'm out somewhere, bro, it don't really matter how much attention women give me, bro. I ain't steading them women when I'm out there, man, because I don't want no intimacy at that point. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want no intimacy at that point. But boy, the very moment a woman start getting close to me, I swear, it seemed like, man, like I be more open to any woman that showed me some attractive confirmation, man, that she's attractive, like I'd be more open. There's something about having the energy of the same woman around you that drains you, because there's only so much femininity a woman can give you before she starts sifting too much of your masculinity. And if a woman is around you every day, she's sifting way more of your masculinity than you're getting femininity in return. And here's the problem. Many men just sit there and deal with that until it becomes overbearing, until it becomes, just unbearable. When a man just gets to the point where he has to do something about it. And that's why you have these married guys that are on seeking arrangements. You have married guys that are going to the strip club when everything was, normal, or when everything was open. You have these guys, man, dealing with call girls. You have these guys have a side chick. Let me tell you something about the side chick. A side chick, her only purpose is to give you intimacy at first. All men at first have a side chick for intimacy purposes, for sexual purposes. But that woman who gives you the utmost pleasure suddenly seems like a logical replacement for the woman you got at home who ain't giving you that. The problem is we allow women in this society to forego their main responsibility, and their main responsibility is to be intimate with you, give you an intimate outlet, give you a sexual outlet, give you a seed maker, give you a seed bearer, give you a seed incubator, give you all of these things, and also be a helpmeet. 9 times out of 10, you got a woman who's not a helpmeet, and she doesn't prioritize pleasing you. So what else are you going to do? You got 2 choices. You're going to sit there and deal with that, or you're going to get it from another woman. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to just get it from another woman, something wrong with you, brother. Something wrong with you. If you're just going to get it from another woman, man, something is wrong with you. I mean, if you're just going to deal with that, something is wrong with you. And 9 times out of 10, you don't have the intestinal fortitude to leave the woman. So you're not going to leave her. So you're going to stay there. You're going to accept that treatment that she's giving you. Why? Because you think that's the best that you can do. You think that you can't get out of a marriage and go ahead and live your life. But that's a lie. That's what they want you to believe. They want you to stay there. So when you marry a woman for the wrong reason, this society tells you, well, man, you got her pregnant. You got to go ahead and marry her. That's what a man would do. No, what a man would do was not try to fix a mistake with a mistake. If you got the wrong woman pregnant, how do you think marrying the wrong woman is going to fix it? If you already did one major life-changing event with a woman that you didn't want to do, that's a mistake that you regret, how are you going to do something else and think that's going to fix it? That's what this particular society wants a man to believe. They want you to believe, man, that you have to stay on the hook. Once you get on the hook, you can't fix your life. You can't move forward and try to build a life in spite of that mistake. You have to build a life with that mistake in mind. Like you have to build it on top of that mistake. That's a lie, man. Because here's what's going to happen. These same guys who say that don't tell you that in 5 years, you and the woman ain't going to be together anyway. So you're going to be a baby daddy anyway. Why waste 5 years in a situation that wasn't going to work in the first place, man? Because if you don't want no child by a woman, you sure don't want to marry her. It's foolishness, man. Dev Debater, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Church is in session. Salute to you, BOA. Salute, brother. Remy Lowe, appreciate the $20 super chat, man. Markel, appreciate the $5 super chat. Dr. BOA, tell them beta man Jana, keep calm and stop simping. Salute. Appreciate it, bro. And the thing is, man, men have bought into this concept that you are putting too much pressure on your woman to please you. Because she does all that other stuff. Oh, what other stuff? See, now we get into talk about the fact that pleasing you is something. It gets to the point where she don't even think she should have to do that. She doesn't even have to do that. See, when intimacy with her is not the most enjoyable experience, it can be 2 reasons for that. It can be by choice, because she chooses not to dedicate her time and energy to that. It's possible. She can choose not to give her time and energy to that particular thing. And once a woman chooses that she's not going to give her time and energy to something, you're not going to be able to change her mind. A woman is not suddenly 5 years in going to say, well, I think I better start prioritizing your intimacy. She's not, because as a man, we're resilient and we're adaptive. You're going to make the adaptation and adopt a new outlook on your intimacy. And so you're not going to even require that of her anymore. And so now you got a woman that you're not intimate with, and you want intimacy and she wants intimacy, and so you're gonna get it from somewhere else, and guess what she gonna do? She gonna get it from somewhere else. So you got two people in a marriage that they should have never been in, and now both of them committing adultery. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're a man and you married, the woman you commit adultery with is also married. There's a whole lot of that going on where two married people are committing adultery with one another. You're sleeping with another man's wife is sleeping with you. And then your woman is probably sleeping with another man, with another woman husband, and then that another man is sleeping with her. So before you know it, we got this big smorgasbord of just evil interaction because of the simple fact that you married a woman you didn't want to marry in the first place. When a man says, well, man, it ain't all about sex, he finna marry the wrong woman. If you can say, if you have ever said to anybody about your woman, well, man, it ain't all about sex, man. She do this and she do that. If you gotta make a list of things that she does besides giving you intimacy, like those things shouldn't come with the intimacy. Like, you don't give up the intimacy. Well, okay, man. Well, she can cook and clean, do all that, but she ain't gonna do the intimacy thing. She ain't gonna take care of my sexual pleasure, but she make a good meatloaf though. Come on, bruh. Men are settling for things that they don't want. Men are settling for things that they don't want, which causes a woman to be in a scenario that she don't want to be in. So you got two people in a scenario they don't want to be in. They both stressed out. They mess around and bring a child into the scenario. The child is stressed out. The child ain't getting the proper loving and attention and direction that it needs because the two adults in the household are miserable. So the child should have never been born in the first place. So now you in the house with a woman that you don't like, got a child that you didn't want, but you stuck with because the child is here now. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Man up. You're in the house with the child. Take care of the child. The problem is men are too afraid to divorce women when women have shown that they are absolutely prepared to divorce you. 50% of marriages end in relationships, and 80% of those marriages, 80% of those divorces are initiated by women. A woman has no problem leaving you. Why do you have a problem leaving her? Why, as a man, do you feel like you have to be stuck with a woman that you don't want? That's the main reason that men cheat on their wives, because they don't want that wife. They didn't want that wife. And sometimes they wanted that wife in the beginning, come to find out she wasn't who she said she was, so she ain't the wife you thought she was going to be, and you don't want her now. And at some point, regardless of who you are, you either gonna be intimate with another woman, or you're gonna be watching some porn or fapping, or you're gonna be doing something to release the pressure. See, women don't understand that sex is a stress reliever for us. It's a stress reliever for us. If you had a tiring, stressful, strenuous day in the world, there's nothing like some good dome when you get home, man. There's nothing like it. We all know that. But there are men who are married who can't even get dome. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? There's men who are married who ain't never got no dome from their woman. It's one thing if you don't want it. The homie Slim Thug say he don't like it. There are other guys who don't like it. They just don't like it. Cool. But these men want it. And then how you married to a woman that you already know don't give you something you want? What happened when you married her in the first place? Women, y'all better stop putting marriage pressure on men that don't want to marry your ass. If a man don't want to marry you, don't put no pressure on him. I know a woman right now, man, a couple been together, man, 20 years. Man still ain't married. Ain't even bought her no ring. Expect that man to marry her. At some point, you got to understand it ain't going to happen. What you waiting on? This is the world we live in. We live in a world where people are settling for things that they don't want. How you gonna ever have a joyous, happy life when you selling for things you don't want? How you gonna ever have a fulfilling relationship when you don't even want to be with the person you with? Now, the other reason besides by choice that a woman cannot be the best sexual experience you ever had is because of lack of attraction. A lot of times, a woman isn't attracted to you like that. And even more times, you're not attracted to her like that. So when y'all are intimate, it's just two people that need some intimacy. It's not that thing where you sitting up sometime and you think about her. You know, like that woman, you know, like your best sexual experiences. You know how they pop in your head sometime? Yeah, like that. This is the world we live in, man. OB, appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Shalom, bro. Blessing to you, BOA. One love to the chat. Been catching the replays. Happy to catch it live. Salute to you, OB. And jumped all the way down here. Donovan Wood, appreciate the $5 super chat. Damn, sound like the message with men strictly for me. Salute, Doc. Salute to you, bro. Truth God is 30. Appreciate the super chat. I like your style. Harmony and bond is the key. Exactly. Harmony and bond is exactly the key. If it's not there, then what's the purpose? You know, two people are wasting their lives away. Sean Vire, appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Kobe, appreciate the $5 super chat. Big Reese, appreciate the $10 super chat, homie. Brother Zeke, appreciate the $4 super chat. Salute, Dr. BOA. Another nuclear drop. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate it. So, you know, the reality of the scenario is this, man. And this is a big one that you hear all the time. And men know damn well that this does not work. Friends first marriages don't work. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that one for a minute. Friends first marriages don't work. Why don't they work? Because friends don't have passion. Friendships don't have passion. Relationships need passion. Sexual intimacy needs passion. Friendships don't have passion. So if you're friends first, you're never going to have that passion. You're going to be doing sex as a duty. And no one is passionate about sex in that scenario. Friends first marriages are the absolute worst concept ever. It's a safety ploy by women. Women want to feel safe with their husband. So what do? They marry the guy that they've always felt safe with. The bottom line is that guy is now stuck with a woman who never wanted to give him intimacy because she doesn't have any passion toward him. She doesn't feel any passion when they're together. She feels safe. Passion isn't safe. Passion is risky. Passion is risque. Passion is, hey man, passion will have you doing something, man, to get you an indecent exposure charge. That's what passion does. Passion will have you about to wreck your whip, man. You run your whip up on the curb. The highway. Passion is out of control. When a woman doesn't have passion for you, she's not even looking forward to being intimate with you. So it's a chore for her. When it's a chore for her, it's only a means to an end for you. At some point, you're going to come across a woman who has passion for you. The very moment a man who gets no passion from his woman, has no passionate connection to his woman, gets a woman or comes across a woman that he has an instant connection with, we've all met those women that we had that instant connection with. Hopefully, if you're married, that's the woman you're married to. If not, you're married to the wrong woman. If you don't have an instant passion connection with a woman, man, you're married to the wrong woman. This concept that passion is a business, that marriage is a business move, that's only if you lack connection with God. If you view marriage as a business move, you don't have a connection with God at all. You don't have no spiritual essence. Your spiritual awareness is lacking. You are a man or woman of the world. You don't have any internal understanding of what that type of relationship means. You'd rather just go ahead and be with someone you don't want to be with for business purposes. For me, myself, I feel like you, if that's what it takes to get to a certain level of business, if I'm not passionately connected to the woman, I'm not marrying her. I don't care if it's $50 million on the other side of that marriage. I'm not finna get with no woman so I can make some more money. That ain't gonna work for me. You have to be a very, let's say, let me see how I'm gonna word this. You have to be a man who is not absolutely in tune with your masculinity in order to put your masculine energy in the scenario just so you can make some money. That don't make sense to me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it to make money. I'm not gonna do it to please her family. I'm not gonna do it to please my family. Me and her dad are just gonna have to lock horns. Let me tell you something. If I knock up the wrong chick and her dad don't like it and want me to marry her, hey man, we either gonna have to duke it out or shoot it out, one or the other. Cause you ain't finna put no pressure on me to marry her, man. Hey man, I wasn't trying to get her pregnant in the first place. And here's the thing: these days, a woman can handle if she gets pregnant or not. A woman don't have to get pregnant. A woman don't have to stay pregnant. A woman don't have to have no child. She don't have to keep no child. There's a whole bunch of options. Now, the first option, yes, is for me not to ejaculate inside of that woman. That's how you prevent it altogether. But obviously that didn't happen if we're talking about the woman pregnant. So you're not going to put no pressure on me to make a move that I don't want to make in my life for no reason. Because here's the thing: all the money in the world cannot take away the misery of a dissatisfied, unhappy relationship. All the money in the world, I say again, all the money in the world cannot take away the misery of a dissatisfying, boring, unfulfilling marriage. It can't. It won't. It can't. It's impossible. Kazan Energy, appreciate the $20 super chat, man. Best thing I did for self was to ice her. Relationship with the Most High continues developing. Everything is on the upside. Work, gym, money, supreme focus. More deals in the pipeline. Shout to BOA for the guidance. Salute to you, bro. Hashtag big bless up. Salute to you, man. Bless up. And and it's just a thing, man, where you have to keep in mind that God didn't intend for marriage to be the wild, wild west. He didn't intend for this type of connection between a man and woman to be the wild, wild west. Technically speaking, he intended for women to be virgins. So now that they're not virgins, then and they have all of these different options as opposed to being a wife. So you could put a woman in a marriage, but that doesn't make her a wife. It makes her a wife on paper, but in practicality and practice, it doesn't make her a wife. She has to do the wifely duties. And the first wifely duty is to make sure that the marriage bed is not defiled for y'all Christian folks. That's her job. If we won't talk about the Christian folks, I know y'all be listening. When a man marries you, your body don't belong to you. It belongs to him. Now, granted, that don't mean that you can force your woman to do whatever you want her to do. That's not what that means. I'll talk about that on the King Ray Ray channel, man. We'll take a dive into that topic on the King Ray Ray channel. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow on the King Ray Ray channel. What's sexually acceptable or unacceptable between a married couple, between a man and his wife, sexually? Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow on the King Ray Ray channel, man. Y'all be looking for that one. So here's the thing, man. Another reason that so many men cheat on their wives is because women let themselves go. A single woman will go to the gym. She'll eat right. She'll keep her hair done. She'll keep her nails done. Now, I'm not saying all women get married and let themselves go. Some women get married and they stay on the ball. But it's not for their husbands. It's because that's just what they did. And that's cool. But a lot of women, the majority of women, as a matter of fact, will let themselves go once they're married. I want y'all to think about how many times, and y'all women too, I know y'all be listening. How many times have you gone to a woman's house? Like y'all just kicking it. Y'all ain't in no relationship yet. But y'all get together on the weekends. Y'all done finally got to the point where y'all come to each other's cribs now. Spend the night. You know what I'm saying? A couple of weeks ago, she spent the night with you for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Got a serious back breaking. So now every weekend, y'all looking forward to seeing one another. Now, when it's her time to come to your crib, who knows what kind of clothes you got on the bed, or you know what I'm saying, just thrown across the hamper or the washing machine during the week. If you know that woman coming, by the time she get there, everything's spick and span. Everything is in its place. So clean, look like you got a woman living in there. Whatever you do to yourself, you keep your beard trimmed, you keep your hair cut, you do whatever you gonna do. You fresh, you got whatever you gonna do. You know what time it is. You might have your candles, you might have you might just be cheap and have some Glade plug-ins. Long as it's smelling good, you may have that in there. You got some wine on ice, you got whatever you gonna have. And every time it's her time to come to your crib, you got that. When it's time for you to go to her crib, she always looking her best. Hair may be in her ponytail on Tuesday and Wednesday. But when Thursday come, she going to get her hair done. Thursday night, she gonna sleep like this on her hand, like keep from messing her hair. Because Friday night, y'all going out, dancing, eating, drinking, and then you coming back to her crib to spend the night. You know what else she did? Thursday, before her hair appointment, when she left work for lunch, she went to Victoria's Secret and bought herself something new to wear for you. So she can do the walk out the bathroom thing and look real sexy on you while you in there chilling. You know, the let me go make myself more comfortable thing. We know what comes after that. We are excited about it. We are sitting there half brick already, excited about that. Throughout the course of 4 months, every other weekend you see her. Now, here's the thing. That's at her crib. You got to think about it. Every other weekend you at her crib, and the alternating weekend she at your crib. So y'all seeing each other every weekend. How many times you saw her without her hair done? How many times she came to bed with you with a damn bonnet on? She might have had it wrapped. She might have had that little wrap on her head. That's sexy. I can deal with the little wrap. The little thing they put around their head and it's got the Velcro on it and it stick on there. I can deal with that. I'm talking about the bonnet looking like Toad Man off Mario Brothers. That bonnet looking like a swummy. How many times she wore that bonnet? How many times she didn't wear something sexy? How many times she came to your crib with the old beat up sweats on? How many times you went to her crib and she had on them old beat up sweats? How many times you went to her crib and she had the granny panties on? How many times she came to your crib with the granny panties on? Now, there's probably 1 week out the month when y'all don't see each other, and that's that time when she's on her, when it's her time of the month. Y'all don't see each other that week. So we talking about 3 weeks out of the month. Y'all seeing each other. How many times she done had that, man? Out of all the times y'all saw each other. Help me understand. How many times you done went to her crib and went in the bathroom and her hair was all over the damn sink, man? How many times she done came to your crib and just went in there and left her hair all over the sink, didn't even try to pick nothing up, clean nothing up, do nothing. Didn't even wipe the toothpaste spots off your mirror, man. Not once. Now marry her. Marry her and see how long that lasts. See how long she keep that up. After a while, a wife don't even think about being sexy no more. She ain't thinking about it. Married women stop prioritizing sex appeal, man, damn near the moment you tell them I do. Anytime a woman doesn't prioritize sex appeal, she's not prioritizing sex with you. And here's the crazy thing. she'll start messing around with another dude and leave your crib with a change of clothes so she can make sure she looks sexy for him. But she won't do it for you at home. How can a woman think that you want to be intimate with her when she don't even practice keeping herself sexy the way she did when y'all met, man? When early on in the game. The problem, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, and this gonna hurt some feelings. Cohabitation normalizes your presence. Cohabitation with your woman normalizes your presence to the point where she ain't got to be sexy for you no more. She see you every day, and then here's the thing. It puts too much pressure on her to be sexy. I wouldn't want to put the pressure on a woman to be sexy every day. But if she in the house with me, she ain't got no choice. Because if she don't, I'm going to be scarred. The moment I see her looking busted, I'm not going to forget it. You know how we are as men, we're creatures of sight. We're creatures of sight and sound. If we see it or hear it, we're not going to forget it. So that's why she stays on top of her game when she's in her own space. So I say cohabitation is the problem. Even King Solomon, now this is before he got all them wives and went crazy. Even King Solomon, with his first wife, when he built him a palace, he built her own separate palace. Not the same as his, a smaller scale for her. Why? Because he paid the cost to be the boss. He should have the biggest palace. But he built her own palace. Why? Because he knows that he don't want to cohabitate with his woman. That's a fairly modern thing to cohabitate with your woman. It's not even that this whole cohabitation thing to be in the house with your woman every single day, unless you got a crib big enough where she can have her own wing. But sleeping in the bed with your woman every night is an Americanized thing. It's an Americanized thing. It turns you more feminine because you need regular breaks from feminine energy. As a man, you need regular breaks from femininity, from feminine energy. You need regular breaks from that. And if you live with a woman every day, she sleep with you every night, y'all eat together every day, y'all, hey man, you can't maintain your masculine energy like that. You can't do it, man. And especially if she's a career woman, career women are disengaged sexually automatically. They're disengaged because a career woman 9 times out of 10 believes that it's your job to please her, not her job to please you. So you hear these guys out here, man, they have bought into the concept that it's their job to please a woman. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't finna bow down, man, and put my mindset on pleasing now woman. It's her job to please me. And if I never again meet a woman that buys into that concept, I just won't never have no woman. I ain't compromising these things. I'm not compromising these things at all. It's her job to please me. If she want to be pleased, she can go get pleased by someone else, but that's why I ain't finna marry now one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't finna marry now one of them. But if a woman can't buy into the concept, you think about this. If you're a man, you built the kingdom. All the woman got to do is come be in the kingdom. You pay the cost to be the boss. If things go bad, you're gonna be the one to hustle them back up. If somebody try to break in and take what y'all got, you're gonna be the one that have to defend the castle. Everything about this is your responsibility. All a woman can give you in return for that is shut upness, obedience, and pleasure. That's all she can give you that you don't already have. And I know a woman can say, well, I got my own money and I got my own crib. You can't protect yourself. I know you can't protect yourself. Y'all around here talking about protect black women, protect women, protect this. How you gonna be around here shouting protect me and then say you can protect yourself? You can't. You know you can't protect yourself. If you can't protect yourself, it don't matter what you got. Somebody can take it. So protection is more important than money. You can't make money if you don't have protection on any level. You got to be able to protect your finances. That's why these sites have put so much of their budget into security, because you got to be able to protect people's assets. That's why the bank that's why the FDIC insures, up to 100 racks. Why? Because they want you to feel safe and protected. They want you to feel like your assets are protected while it's sitting in their bank or in their financial institution. Even whatever brokerage you use for investments, the FDIC insures a certain amount of money so you can feel safe and secure and protected up to that amount. So all she could give you is this intimacy thing that she does not value. She doesn't value your right. She doesn't value her responsibility or duty to give you that intimacy. She believes that it's a shared responsibility. She believes that finances are a shared responsibility. She believes that protection are a shared responsibility. She believes that guidance is a shared responsibility. She believes that leadership and connection to godliness is a shared responsibility. The problem is you don't need her to share in the finances. And you also can't rely on her to share in those other things because she can't do any of those. She can't connect you to God. She can't protect you. She can't guide you. She can't lead you. Not on the path that a man needs to go on. A woman can lead you, but it's not going to be the same place you would take yourself. Anybody can lead you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I can lead you down there to the river and throw you in with cement shoes on. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you do with yourself. I'm talking about lead you to where you want to go. A woman can't lead you to where you want to go. Anywhere she leads you, it's going to be where she can go. Not even where she wants to go, but where she can go. A woman can't go where she wants to go. A woman can't grow how she wants to grow. A woman needs to be guided there. A woman needs to be led there. All women have a ceiling. All women have a ceiling if they don't have a man. If Oprah had a man, I bet she'd be worth more than she's worth. She ain't got a man, so she got a cap on her. Martha Stewart got a cap on her. They ain't gonna never be up in the 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 billion. They ain't gonna never be up there. Oprah Winfrey been worth the same thing, man, almost 20 years, man. Because at a certain point, a woman has a ceiling. She needs a man to guide her past that point. Because after you get to a certain point, femininity doesn't work there. Only masculinity works there. I can guarantee that. You only get to a certain point. Now, another main reason, and this is a real big reason that women overlook. Most women have thought friends and relatives who will throw themselves at you at any particular time. Man, listen, man. I had a chick once, man. I was at her crib, man. She had a fly crib too, man. Little fly little condo, man, overlooking the city, man. And upstairs, downstairs, of course. And she had a sister, man, who was just she finally got herself together, man. But she was young then, man. She probably was 20 then. And she might have been 19. She was a 19 or 20, man. And she had just, man, she was just, at her sister house, man, like into it with some dude, man, trying to get away from him, man, or hide from him or whatever she was doing. So my little shawty, man, she got up, she dipped, went to work that morning. Me, I mean, I was hustling, so I ain't had no hours, man. So, but I was about to get up, man, to go make my first run. And man, I go downstairs. You can hear somebody coming downstairs now. I go downstairs, man. This girl on the sofa, man, with her legs open, like doing her thing, man. You know what I'm saying? She got her legs open, masturbating, man. And I turned the corner, man, and she looking right at me with this look on her face, man, like pretty much offering herself to me, man. Man, I just walked past her, man, like I ain't even see her there. You know what I'm saying? I walked past like I ain't even see her. And now I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. There have been times where I was like, man, I should have went on and knocked her off because she was a bad little chocolate thing too. But at that point, man, of course, in hindsight, we can always say, man, I should have did this because just the curiosity of it. But man, at that time, man, I was like, man, ain't no way, man. Man, ain't no way. There is no way, man, that I'm finna knock the girl's sister down, man, in her house, man. There's no way. There's no way I'm finna do that. There's nothing in my mind that was gonna let me do that. You know what I'm saying? There is no way. Cause Charlotte was cool, man. She was cool. She was about her business, man. She was cool. And there was nothing about it, man. Like I thought it was in very poor taste, man. I thought it was foul. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept it moving, man. Cause I was parked in the back and Charlotte was parked in the front. So I just walked on by, man, went in the kitchen, man, grabbed me a bottle of water, whatever I grabbed, a Gatorade or whatever I did, man, dipped out the back door, man, got in my whip, smashed out. Man, chick didn't speak to me no more, man, about 6 months. I'm talking about the little sister. Didn't speak to me no more 6 months, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know why. She had never been rejected like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, I do believe that was a turning point for her because she suddenly started getting herself together, man. She started. I'm gonna tell you what happened, brothers, and y'all listen to this. I need to say that and do a piece of content about that, man. I'm gonna say that and do a piece of content, man. That's gonna be a piece of content for y'all, man. That's a hell of a story right there, man. But she of course, man, I turned, man, I got my eyes full, man. I looked her up and down, man, all the way up and down, man. I'm telling you, man, she was bad. But I just kept it moving because that's just not something that I'm gonna do. But women don't even understand they have thought friends. And here's the thing. I'm a man. I could have said, well, I'm a man. What was I supposed to do? I would have been well within my rights to say, I'm a man. It's her fault. Blood thicker than water. How come she coming at me like that when she know I'm your man? When she know you my girl? Why she coming at me like that? It's her fault. I'm just a dude being a dude. I could have flew that flag, but I never tried to fly that flag. I don't want to be like the average dude. I've never been a man who wanted to be able to say, well, I'm just being a man. Nah, you ain't just being a man. You just being a sucker. You just being a beta male simp mangina. I always thought that. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple super chats up here, man. Let me catch them, man, before they slide from me. Be Real Mahogany, appreciate $10 super chat, man. A man works 25 years at a company and retire. Retirement for women is at marriage. Just say no, brother. Salute. Well said, bro. Mocha Irish, appreciate $10 super sticker. Salute. Samurai Will, appreciate $5 super chat. Only way I'm doing cohabitation if she knows how to serve to perfection. That's the only way, man. And then even with that, man, you know what I'm saying? There really no need to bring cohabitation into it. Just let her serve. Because even if a woman serves perfectly, you don't want to be served by her all the time. You need a break from her at some point. Like every man needs a masculine space. You need a masculine space that's always masculine. You may have little skirmishes with feminine energy because you have a woman come visit and spend the night with you, but you got to have a masculine space. And I ain't talking about no man cave. This is my man cave. Frederick Saunders, man, appreciate $10 super chat. You're telling way too much truth right now. Keep it coming. Doc is much appreciated over here. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate it. David with a Y. Appreciate $20 super chat for the game, my brother. I appreciate it, Dave. Major songwriter, welcome to the Alpha family, man. Welcome to the Green Label gang. Law, appreciate $5 super chat, man. Thank you, Doc, for allowing the Most High to use you to develop us into our best version. I thought I was stuck with my woman until I heard your wisdom. Bless up. Salute, bro. We're never stuck. We're never stuck. So those thought friends and relatives, man, especially those thought friends, bro. Man, let me tell you something, brothers. And this real talk, man. And I shouldn't even tell this one, man. This one is different, man. So I'm at this crib. I'm at this chick crib, man, and she had been kicking it with me, man, for shit, man, probably about 9 months, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my longer runs, man. She had been kicking with me for about 9 months, man, and actually, I've had longer runs than that with women, man. I've had a bunch of long runs with women, man, but it gets to that point where they want this marriage thing, man, and I can't give it to them, and I understand that. They want that. I'm not gonna give it to them, so they got to try to see if they can get it from somewhere. I'm open and honest with women about that. I'm not gonna give you that. At the point you feel like you really, really gotta have it, then you gotta downgrade from me and the way I make you feel and go get it from a lesser man. But man, I'm at the crib, man. I'm chilling with this chick, man, and I'm just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? So we do our thing, man, sip a little wine, man, and do our thing that night, man. Now here it is. I didn't even know her friend was gonna even be there the next morning, bro, because she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I broke her back, man, a little while, man. I passed out. You know what I'm saying? Broke her back a couple times, I passed out. You know what I'm saying? Because I had jet flown in anyway. But anyway, so I'm there, man, and suddenly I wake up the next morning to some dome. Like, I don't know. Listen, man, I woke up to some dome. Now I'm gonna tell you what the chick said later on. I woke up to some dome. I had no, I mean, I'm like, I'm under the cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm under the cover, laying on my back, man, and I wake up, man, to the dome. I just see somebody under the cover, man, giving me dome. My eyes just opening up. I'm not even thinking about who it could possibly be. I think it's her automatically. Who else would be giving me dome early in the morning like this? Bro, it was a home girl, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Shawty could go, boy. You know, and man, you know, once, you know, of course, man, you know, I ain't the type of dude want to be like, hey, don't say nothing. Hey, man, I'm gonna be the first one to put it on the table. Cause you ain't gonna, whoever put it on the table, if she put it on the table first, and then I come back, I'm on the defense. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm being honest. But so, man, she was like, well, you couldn't tell that wasn't me. I'm like, hell no, I can't tell it wasn't you. I mean, not at first. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what you mean not at first? Well, after a while, you know, what, like, that's why I ended up stopping it, because after a while I knew it wasn't you, man, because Shawty can go. Are you saying she better than me? I mean, she ain't better than you at nothing else, but she got you on that. But anyway, man, I tell that story to say, man, that if you are an amazing man and a woman brags to her friends and relatives about you, there is that thought among her friends and relatives, probably more than one, that is going to try you. That is just going to say, especially if she ain't dealt with them but beta male simp manginas. That's why I keep elevating myself above the average man, because I talk to women. I know the things that women deal with from guys. I know the type of energy and type of lies and type of deceit and type of things that guys do. Am I saying I've never done any of these things? No, but I'm saying that I don't make a career out of these things. I haven't made a career out of these things. I meet women and tell them from the beginning, I ain't gonna never have no one woman. No woman that's ever met me and chose to be with me can say that I didn't tell her in the beginning that I ain't gonna never have no one woman. Because here's the thing, it ain't even about having a bunch of women. It's about letting her know that there's always a possibility that there's going to be someone else. Because at the very moment that you stop doing the things you're supposed to do, if the intimacy wanes, like we're talking about in this topic, if the intimacy wanes, then I want you to know I'm not going to do without. I'm not going to do without. I refuse to do without. I wish I would. I wish I could. I don't wish I could, but I wish I would. Magnificent Adrian, appreciate the $10 super chat. Something for the plate. Salute, Doc. Salute to you, Adrian. And those women will be the ones, man, who will, man, boy, if I could tell you some story, man, some of my partners, man, and some of my homies, man, from back in the day, man, these guys have had, it's not just me. Many men have had these experiences with these thought friends and relatives, man. I'm telling you. And I learned to get in front of it because I had a partner one time, man, who the chick was coming at him. She came at him. Then she went and told that he came at her. Say he paid her and everything, man. And listen, I've heard them have conversations. I already knew how she was begging him and doing all that, man. And man, it came to hit the fan, man. And she said it first. And when she said it first, it all hit the fan, man. And he was the bad guy. So I said, okay, cool. Every time it happened to me, I put it on the table. Now, I ain't never tell Shawty about her little sister because I literally didn't even speak to her. I ain't say nothing. I came downstairs. It was still kind of dark downstairs, man. She had them blackout curtains in there. It was daylight outside, but it was still kind of dark. So I got my eye full, but I did it in a smooth, cool way. I'm coming downstairs, so I automatically got to come down. And the first thing you turn and look is at that. So I turn and look, and the kitchen is in that direction. So I got my eye full, man, but I ain't never say nothing to her, man. So to this day, unless she listening to this, she don't even know I saw her. You know what I'm saying? She don't even know I saw her looking at me. She don't even know I saw a man, licking her lips at me. She don't know I saw none of that, man. I'm coming by, man. She don't even know, man, that I saw that. I just kept on moving, man. Let it ride. So I never did say that because I never did. Now, if they listening now, boy, they probably gonna get to a fight. You know what I'm saying? May the best woman win. Ding ding. So I say this to you guys, man. Another thing that happens, and this is gonna be one that's gonna be controversial. Another thing that happens in these scenarios, man, is a 50-50 relationship kills half of a woman's femininity. A 50-50 relationship kills half of a woman's femininity, but it also kills half of your masculinity. And y'all exchange those two things. So you become 50% masculine, 50% feminine, and she becomes 50% masculine, 50% feminine. Those gender roles require masculine energy to do the man's role and femininity to do the female's role. So if you're spending a whole lot of time with the babies, doing the type of things that a mother should be doing, loving on them and caring for them as opposed to providing for them, it takes feminine energy to do that like a woman. For you to be able to substitute that role as a man, you have to embrace femininity because you can't do that in a masculine way. You can't take little children and care for them and nurture them as a man. You have to do that from a feminine perspective. Only a woman can do that. And for those children to buy into you doing it, you have to embrace feminine energy, embody feminine energy in that role. So you have to be at the crib taking care of the children, doing all that. Your off day, you at the crib taking care of children, doing laundry, cleaning up, got an apron on. You miss the mom around there. She come home, you've cooked dinner. She sit at the table, you serve her plate, and these fools think they doing something good. You playing Mr. Mom, boy. You being a woman for a day. That's not anything good. Good for who? It ain't even good for her because it confuses her energy as well. So now she don't know if she a man or a woman half the time. And then there's no intimacy. And then that's how you get into being a cuck. And that's how you get into doing all these crazy things. And that's how you get into inviting other people into your bedroom. That's how you get into all these abominations that destroy relationships because this energy exchange shouldn't take place. But it does. And it'll kill her femininity. I want y'all to tell me something. And it's real talk. I want y'all to be honest, man. Put in the chat if you ever seen a woman in a pantsuit and you said, man, I want her. I'm not saying you haven't seen a woman who still looks good in spite of the fact that she got on a pantsuit. I'm talking about she got on pants with a jacket and a shirt up under it. I'm talking about a pantsuit with a woman's version of a suit. Put a one in the chat if you ever seen a woman in a pantsuit and you thought, man, she's so bad, boy. I want her. And you got aroused by a woman in a pantsuit. The same way you get aroused by a woman in a sundress. Same way you get aroused by a woman in a skirt, a body dress, some short shorts, some yoga pants. Pencil skirts, pencil skirts. There is nothing feminine about it. A woman cannot look feminine in a pantsuit. Now, am I saying she look butt ugly because she got on a pantsuit? No. A woman can still look attractive. Her face can still be attractive. Her body can still be shapely, but it doesn't represent femininity. And that's why you're less likely to be satisfied sexually with a career woman. Because she doesn't even understand what sexy is anymore. If she ever did, she doesn't understand what sexy is. She can't determine sexy because she's never had to be sexy. A woman on a career trajectory doesn't have to be sexy. She doesn't have to be sexy unless you're going to sleep her way to the top. And you can tell those women. But a woman who is on a career path, career trajectory, she doesn't understand sex appeal. She's never gonna be sex appeal. That's why she's so disengaged sexually. She doesn't know how to be sexy. She doesn't know how to engage you sexually. She doesn't know how to arouse you, how to turn you on. She doesn't know how to do these things. Here's the problem, man. A woman who thinks she's equal won't submit to a man who allows her to think she's his equal, to a man who embraces the idea that she is his equal. She will never submit to that man. I'm talking about not even sexually. See, you got to understand, for a woman to come to you sexually with the intent on pleasing you, that's submission. That's submitting to your will of being pleased by her. And if you tell a woman that we're equals, is a 50-50 relationship, you are not going to ever be pleased by that woman because she doesn't view you that way. I'm telling you, a woman who thinks she's equal won't submit to you in any kind of way. She can't. A woman submits to masculinity. She submits to a superior. She becomes a subordinate to a superior. She becomes a sub to a dominant man. You can't dominate someone when you say we equal. Nobody gonna be dominated by their equal. Nobody will. I don't know if I got magnificent Adrian. Magnificent Adrian, appreciate $10 super chat, man. Something for the plate. Salute, Doc. Salute, bro. Relatively raw. Appreciate $20 super chat, man. Bro says a married guy. This is absolutely facts. Learned this years ago. The roles are there for a reason. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Major songwriter. Appreciate $10 super chat. How do you deal with a woman who comes from a culture, family of women that run men? You don't. You pass on her. You should never, you should never deal with that woman. A woman who comes from a family of women that run men is never, it's she's ruined. She is ruined. I did a video yesterday about a woman who come from a single mother who's telling her, hey, you don't give it away for free, sell it, get you some trips. She says, well, it don't have to be financial, then run down a whole list of financial things. She said respect one time, then ran down a whole bunch of financial things because that's what they want. That woman is ruined. If that's her mother and she's telling her that and she follows her mother lead and she listens to her mother and really takes her advice to heart, that woman is ruined. Same thing by the woman who grows up in that environment. She grows up in an environment where women run men. Here's the problem when it's in an environment where women run men. Women can't run men. Men have to submit to women. So she comes up in an environment where men are submissive. Because women don't run men. A woman can't run you. You have to submit to her. And somebody has to run the show. So when you submit the power to her, she runs it. So that's even worse. When you think about it from the concept of women who run men, okay, these strong-minded women who run men. But when you think about it, the men in her life that she knows she grew up with have always submitted to women. She knows nothing but to be dominant. And here's the problem. I'm not finna teach no woman how to be a woman. That ain't my job. Here's the thing. I can't teach a woman how to be a woman because I don't know how to be no damn woman. How am I teach a woman how to be something I don't know how to be? I ain't never been. You can't say that a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man and then turn around and say, but a man can teach a girl how to be a woman. You can't. It takes a woman to teach a woman. A dog can't teach a cat how to climb a tree. A kitten can't teach a bird how to fly. And I can't teach a woman how to be a woman. And even if I could, I don't want to spend the time, effort, and energy that it would take to do that. So a woman got to be the type of woman that you want when you meet her. I don't care how much she says, I can change, I can do this. If you tell me this, I can do it. All you got to do is show me what to do. She lying to you, brother. We are who we are. You meet a woman by the time she's an adult, man, she is who she is. She's stuck in those ways. We're all stuck in these ways. Hey, man, let me tell you something. I I myself am a man who knows that to be with me, a woman cannot have this like I'm every woman mindset. To be with me, she cannot have this I'm every woman mindset. This, well, my opinion matters too, and my opinion, and I want some say so in all the stuff. And how you want some say so in something that was already built when I met you? What say so? What kind of say so you want? I had a chick tell me, man, if she cohabitate with me, man, she want to bring a whole bunch of shit she already got, man, and hang it up on my walls. I said, shout, it sounded to me like you need your own spot. That would it sound like to me. You need your own spot. And if you have your own spot, cool. Put whatever you want to put in there. But any woman who gonna come and live in my kingdom, all she need to bring is herself. Ain't gotta bring nothing else. Don't bring your clothes. Don't bring nothing. If I put you in a position where you're gonna live in my kingdom, where I'm gonna put you in my kingdom as my queen, leave your clothes there, baby. We're gonna go buy you some clothes. I'll dress you. Because I'm going to take you in there like my little girl. And I'm going to take you in there and pick out the stuff I want you to wear. I'm going to have you in there just like daddy. And I'm going to have you in there trying on stuff. See how it look on you. To see if that's what I want you to wear. And if you don't want that, cool. Go do something else. Because I'm cool just the way I am. And here's the thing. Whether I get that serious with you or not, when you meet me, you're going to deal with me anyway because I'm unlike any man you ever met in your life. I'm going to blow your wig back. And you can be like, oh my God, I have met the one. That's what you're going to say. That's just the way it is. I, David, with a Y. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Nothing but facts. Truth God is 30. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I want to have a conversation with you. Is that possible? I think D Fleming just left the link down there for you. Truth God is 30. Dev Miles. Appreciate the $5 Canuck buck, man. Wayne Frazier. Appreciate the dub sack, man. Salute the logic connecting. The reality of the scenario is this, brothers. You got to understand that when you put yourself in a scenario with these modern women, they are not going to go full speed ahead with you. They're not. They're not going to go full speed ahead with you. They're not going to exhibit shut upness and obedience. And they're not going to prioritize sex appeal. Married women don't prioritize sex appeal. They're banking on the fact that you're so in love with them that you're going to remember the sex appeal. And you know how men do. See what you saw in her. They're hoping that you're going to become so beta and have such a beta mindset, you're going to see what you saw in her. So even if she gained 100 pounds, you're still going to see what you saw in her. You know how many men, man, I talk to, man, who say, man, she bad, man, she bad. 6 months later, man, he done left the bra because she won't get it together. He like, man, she ain't bad like I thought she was. Yes, everything is lost in translation when there is no translation. When you're seeing it every day with your eyes, you're not going to see how she's changing. And women are going to change. When you enter into a marriage with a woman, man, she going to change, man. Like even with Truth God is 30. I have a conversation with Truth God is 30, man. I can almost guarantee, man, that she going to be trying to change my outlook on some things. And I can almost guarantee with a name like Truth Goddess, I can almost guarantee, man, that I'd be pleasantly surprised if she wouldn't be trying to change my outlook on some things and maybe tone my energy down about certain things, man. I can almost guarantee it. It would be a pleasant surprise, man. You know what I'm saying? If she didn't, hell, man, you might see her over here with me on the podcast, man. But I'm just saying, I don't know, but that's just I can almost guarantee it. It's almost I can feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? Noble Royalty, appreciate the $5 super chat. Dr. BOA dropping jewels. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So, the reality of the scenario is this, man. When you enter into a situation like this with a woman, You got to keep two things in mind. The marriage is the end of the relationship chase for a woman. And so the man she marries 9 times out of 10 is not going to get the best of her because she feels like she got him. Like, why give him the best of me when I already got him? Marriage is the end of the game for the majority of women in modern society. Relationships are a game to the majority of women in modern society. And at the end of the game, it's the ring. And the Here Comes the Bride song that they play but never sing. I want y'all to understand that cohabitation will normalize your presence. The very moment you live with the woman or she lives with you, y'all cohabitate. Let's just keep it what it is. She lives with you. It's going to get normal. Her presence, her sexiness, her everything is going to get normal. Sex with her is going to get normal. Her voice is going to, as sweet as you thought her voice was, it's going to get normal. It may still be sweet, but you're not going to pay attention to it anymore. It's going to get normal. And here's another thing that you must keep in mind. 9 times out of 10, your woman is going to get lazy in bed. Think about how many times when you first met her, it wasn't nowhere, man. Let me tell you something, man. I had chicks bent in my driveway, not in the garage, in my driveway, bent over my old school. I'm talking outside. Man, let me tell you something. In a park, on a park bench, man, in a restaurant bathroom, in a movie theater on a couple of different occasions, a couple different chicks. Just you name it, man. Think of it at a concert, man. I'm talking about, listen, man, on a bus on the way to a game, bro. I'm talking about you name it. And this is no lie. There is an energy about a woman you have a passionate connection with that is off the charts. And you lose it when you cohabitate with a woman. You absolutely lose it. It's gone. Instead of doing all that, you know what she want to do? She want to wait till y'all in bed. After a while, sex gonna happen in bed. It ain't gonna even be engaging. She's just gonna lay on her side and toot it up to you. Every now and then, that passion may come out of her, but it's gonna be an every now and then thing. Why would you settle for that? I don't want any sexual interaction with a woman that's not brimming to the rim with passion. That's overflowing with passion. I don't want that. If you're gonna do that, you might as well fap. You know what I'm saying? That's my outlook. Or just do without. The reality is this, man. Men don't just cheat on their wives because men are dirty, low-down dogs. That's not what it is. Men cheat on their wives because they're not satisfied. And the problem is, where I fault men in this, is that you knew you weren't satisfied before you married the woman. And most men are not satisfied with the woman that they're married to because they married her for the wrong reasons. Or they didn't want to marry her in the first place. Or she wasn't their most enjoyable sexual experience by choice or either lack of attraction. They were friends first, which always kills the passion. There is no passion. A friends first relationship doesn't kill the passion. There never was any passion. They already saw the woman was letting herself go. Still married her anyway. They already know she got thought friends and relatives. They've already been coming at you. She's a career woman. You already know she's disengaged intimately. You know that. You entered a 50-50 relationship. You know what 50-50 relationship mean. You know she ain't got no shut uppiness and obedience. You have the emotional drainage of sharing motherhood duty. There is an emotional drainage that a man deals with in a 50-50 relationship when he shares motherhood duties. You become less of a man. You do, brothers. It's kind of like if you're in a relationship with a woman and she pay all the bills. If you're a man and you live with a woman long term, now if you fresh out of prison or something like that, man, or you whatever you're doing, and it's some dire like that, and you got a 6-month plan to get yourself situated, cool. But if that's your goal, that's your long-term end, where you live with a woman, she pay all the bills, man, she thinks like a man, and she views you like a woman, or even worse, a child. Cohabitation normalizes your presence. Married women stop pedestalizing and prioritizing sex appeal. A woman who's equal won't submit because you make her feel like she's equal. And women get lazy in bed. These are all valid, legitimate reasons that even the most astute feminist woman cannot argue with and cannot blame men for. The only thing you can blame a man for is marrying a woman that he shouldn't have married in the first place. You owe yourself better than that, my brothers. Give yourself what you owe yourself. Collins, appreciate the $2 super chat. Thoughts on going overseas to find a wife? You know, man, I'm going to tell you like this. The problem is most men who go overseas aren't going overseas to find a wife. That's not why they're going. But if that's why you're going, here's the thing. Black women like to say you're going overseas to get an other. There are black women all over the world. The entire continent of Africa is filled with them, and they're all different. You get a woman from Kenya, a woman from Ghana, a woman from Nigeria, they're all different. Zimbabwe, different. Gambia, different. Zaire, different. Sudan, different. Uganda, different. They're all different, man. So if that's your goal, if you want a wife, like really want a wife, I'm just going to be honest with you, man. For what a wife is supposed to be and should be and what you would want as a man, you are not going to find one in the United States of America. I hate to be the bearer of bad news to so many men, but you are not going to find all the women who are wives in America already have husbands. There are none available. So unless you want to wait and see if someone gets a divorce and is still mentally, emotionally equipped to be a good wife, or even willing to be a wife after all of that, you have no option but to find a wife from another country. What country should that be? A country that is still run as a patriarchy, where the men makes the rules, the men make the laws, the men enforce the laws, but also the men follow the laws. You don't want to be somewhere where men don't govern themselves and all they do is pile on the women. You don't want to do that. But there are countries where there are laws in place, and the men who make the laws also enforce the laws, but not just on the women, on themselves. If you want a submissive woman, they don't exist in the United States. They probably don't exist in Canada. They don't exist in the West. Western civilization has desensitized the woman to her femininity. She no longer even embraces it. She treats it like it's a cancer. It's a curse to her soul. She doesn't want it. She would rather you take it because she views it as a weakness. And here's the thing. It is a weakness. But what's wrong with that? She is the weaker vessel. Romero, appreciate the $2 super chat. Found a very feminine woman, but she has 3 kids. She's not feminine, brother. It's an act. Trust me. She is not feminine. She has figured out through her mistakes and through all of her failed relationships the things that she can do, the things that she should do different. Because if she got 3 children, at least one man has left her for something. A woman with 3 kids cannot be feminine. She has men's energy in her. She has too much masculine energy from men in her life, because I can almost guarantee that she doesn't have 3 kids by one man. I can almost guarantee that. But she can't be feminine. She knows how to play the role of femininity. And here it is. It's easier every year for women to play that role because the majority of women are becoming less feminine. So all a woman, there was a time when a woman really had to be feminine. 10 years down the line, a woman can fake femininity. All she got to do now, if you see a woman, every time you see her and she got on a dress, if she don't never wear pants, you meet a woman who don't wear pants, you automatically think she's feminine. She could just be a Christian woman that don't do it because she think it's wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with her being feminine. Got something to do with her being a religious zealot. So there is no such thing, man, as a woman with 3 children that's feminine, brother. Don't get caught up in that trap. Am I saying she's bad? No. Am I saying she's good? No. I'm saying she's not feminine. And especially not very feminine, like you say, bro. That's not possible. CB, appreciate the $5 super chat. Hey, Dr. BOA, you should do a video on having a friendship before a relationship, marriage, like you just stated. Yes, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. Truth Goddess 35. Appreciate the super chat. What about a woman with no kids? A woman with no kids is a possibility. See, a woman with all of those children, that's another thing that eliminates her from being feminine. Like it was intended for a woman to have her children with one man. That's how you maintain your femininity. Every time you have a child with a different man, you lose more of your femininity. Every time you interact sexually with a different man, you lose more of your feminine energy because you start to engulf all of that energy from those men. So yes, a woman with no kids, that's one less impediment that she has to her femininity. But she also has to be a woman who has not been brainwashed by this society to believe that men and women are equal. That's the main problem in this society. Women believe that they're equal to men just because they go make a little money. Here's the thing. If you make 6 figures, I make 6 figures, but you got $100,000 worth of debt and I don't, how are we equal? When you had to pay 6 figures in order to make 6 figures, all you're doing is making your money. All you're doing is pretty much, getting paid to pay back what you owe. Like you're in an endless cycle of debt repayment. But if I don't have no debt and I make 6 figures, then we're still not equal. And there ain't a woman in this country outside of entertainment and sports who makes 6 figures and ain't got no debt. I can guarantee it. I ain't talking about I got left some money. I'm talking about started from the bottom and make 6 figures and ain't got no debt. Plenty of men who make 6 figures and ain't got no debt. And even if a man did have debt, there's a man who had debt, started making 6 figures before he bought himself anything, paid off his debt. Women don't function that way. So yeah, that's a start. That's a start. For me, I won't even consider a woman unless she doesn't have any children. Collins Nosa, appreciate the $2 super chat. Muslim countries have good women too, I believe. Yeah, there are some. I mean, but let's not say that like all women in Muslim countries are good. Like there are some scallywags in Muslim countries as well. But a woman who was raised in Islam and her father is in her house and she's still in the house with her father, then yes, definitely a possibility. Moon Bentley, appreciate $10 super chat, man. Well, what about if she got kids? Listen to Kevin Samuels content demonstrating good feminine behavior. There's a difference between baby mama and a single mama. Hey, man, if you want a one with kids, go ahead and do that. For the alphas among us, we ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Last time I checked, this channel was Book of Alpharonomy, not Kevin Samuels. So I don't even know what that got to do with anything. I really don't. But if that, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with what somebody else says. I'm talking about over here in the alpha sphere. We don't play that game, bro. We don't do it. Jalen Daniels, appreciate $2 Canuck buck. What about a woman who's had an abortion? Ruined. Man, let me tell you something, brother. Unless a woman was assaulted, and that's it. Unless she was assaulted. If she laid down willingly and got pregnant, man, there's no way. I can't respect that. I don't want that energy around me at all. Like, what would make a woman lay down, have a kid, and then say, "Okay, I'm going to eliminate this pregnancy before it happens"? I don't. I know, nah, bro. Not for me. To me, that's a spiritual energy that I don't even want to have to try to decipher. Amazed. Appreciate $2 super chat. Mars, wonder why my super chats often disappear. And then, just the thing, man. I mean, if you feel like the best woman you can have is a woman that's already got a kid, brother, then you're not giving yourself the respect you need to have, Moon. You're not giving yourself the respect you need to have. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. I don't, just if that's what you want to do, bro, go ahead and do it. CVK, appreciate the $5 super chat. Well, Dr. BOA, you talk about all these principles. You need to go see the principal because you out of line, Dr. BOA. Laugh out loud. Salute, Doc, for the knowledge. Salute, bro. You gotta say unsubscribe at the end of that one, bro. That would have killed it. True God is 30. Appreciate the super chat. Well, I don't have no kids. Got to be careful who you reproduce by. Yeah, you do. You have to be careful because you're tied to that person, from then on. So, and a lot of times you don't know people's energy until here's the thing that you have to understand with women and men. You don't know what a person's energy is until they face some type of resistance, until they face an obstacle. Everybody can talk all positive when things are good, but how does that person respond to pressure? How does that person respond to obstacles? How does that person respond to tough times? That's when you get to really find out who someone is. So there's plenty of women who have children with men that they thought were going to be amazing fathers, and those men checked out. Because, yeah, it's easy to talk about what you want to do as a father until the child comes. And you don't have the right to say, well, I wasn't prepared. Okay. The mother wasn't prepared either. If you weren't prepared, you had 9 months to get prepared. So, that's just really what it is, man. It's just the reality of the scenario. So man, we ain't gonna stay in here too long, man. Doc don't usually stay in here this long, man. We done been in here for a while. You know what? Let's go ahead and make it a 2-hour run, man. We'll go ahead and stay in here, man. Let's do something that we don't normally do, man. Let's make it a 2-hour run, man. Or try to anyway. The bottom line is this, man. And here's the thing about women. Yes, there are women who have children who take care of their children on their own. But here's the problem with that. It does something to a woman to have to take care of a child on her own. It does something to her psychologically. It does something to her femininity. And that's why a woman can feel like she's the mother and the father. Because like I told you guys earlier, the response to having to do something that the man should be doing eliminates some of her femininity because she has to embrace masculinity. A woman should just be able to be a loving, caring, doting, nurturing mother. When it comes to the hard part, the heavy lifting, that's what the father is for. But if a woman is single and she has a child and she's rearing that child on her own, she has to do some of that other role. Even though she can't be a father, she has to embody some of those principles and be less feminine with her child, less nurturing with her child, less loving with her child, because she also has to be able to teach the child discipline. And that changes who a woman can be. It just does. It changes who a woman can be. So there's going to be some compromises if you decide to do that. Dylan Keto, man, appreciate the $1 super chat, man. Moon Bentley, appreciate the $2 super chat. Salute, bro. Thanks for what you do. Kids definitely make it hard. Yeah, man. And here's the thing, man. You have to embrace a certain mindset to accept the woman's child. You know what I'm saying? You have to be less of a prude masculine man there's something you have to open up in you that we shouldn't open. And if you decide to open that, you can't close it back. So you're just going to be more open. If that doesn't work, you're going to be more open to a woman with another child. Then before you know it, you're open to a woman with 2 children. Then you're open to a woman with 3 children, like Homer just said up there. Then you're open to a woman with 4 children. And before you know it, you done settle down and married a woman with 5 children by 6 men, and you think you're doing something, you think you're happy, and you think she's submissive. She ain't submissive. She's just happy as hell that she can still get a man because in her mind, she knows she wasn't supposed to be able to. Stephen Wangandu, man, what's good, brother? Pimp God said women are fit or not fit to be a wife, but by the age of 7, as a man from Kenya, our women are completely different. They serve even guests of their husband. No questions asked. Yeah, I've heard that, man. I've heard that. Hey, man, we don't mention other content creators in chat, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't. You know what I'm saying? And just to show that I'm real about that, if y'all in somebody else's chat, man, then y'all try not to mention me in their chat either. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. When you're watching Power, you're not expecting them to talk about what's the other thing? The one 50 was into it with, the one with the dude say the dudes beat him up. The African dudes beat him up. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. What's that show called, man? I don't watch it. It's got Terrence Howard and Taraji P. Henson in it, man. What's it called, man? High Life, or I can't remember what the hell it's called. Empire. Empire, man. Yeah. Appreciate it, Flames. So, you're not going when you're watching Power, you're not going to expect to hear them talk about Empire and vice versa. So I just think it's a matter of respect, man, for what we do as content creators, because this is hard, man. As easy as it may look, it's hard, man. The consistency part of it is hard, man. But you know what? I've heard that, Steve, man. I've heard that. I've heard that, the women in Kenya, especially when you get down into some of the other cities now, there may be maybe some women in Nairobi or something like that, man, who are they may be a little bit more westernized, man. But even if you go down to Mombasa Coast, man, women are a little bit different. And as you get further and further, into it, the women are different, man. Like, if it's the same thing, if a woman is raised in the house with her father, she's different. And the majority of those women are raised in the house with their father. That makes a huge difference, man. It makes a huge difference, man. And I believe that, man. Like, if a woman isn't raised to be that way, you can tell. And in America, let's say by the time a girl is 10, let's say 7 to 10, if she's not already learning to cook and clean and do laundry, I'm not talking about because her mother has 15 other children and she's forcing her to take care of them. I'm talking about a mother or a grandmother teaching her how to take care of a man. Because it takes a long time. It takes just as much time to learn to take care of a man as it does to get a degree or as it does to get a high school diploma. I feel like by the time a girl gets a high school diploma, she shouldn't have been in school all that time. She should have been teaching how to care for a man. Because if a woman knows how to care for a man the way she's supposed to, she ain't got to go to school. A man gonna take care of her. Even me, with my alpha self, if a woman was taught to please me and all she knows is pleasing me, hell yeah, I'm gonna take care of her. She deserves it. She'll earn it. Chris Davis, appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you so very much, Dr. BOA. Much respect from H-Town. H-Town in the building, man. Salute to the homies down in H-Town. Hey, you good, Steve? You good, man? It's just some, man, that that we're gonna try to do, man. We just out of respect. My apologies on the content creator drop, Doc. Salute to you, Steve. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, there are some women in Africa, man, who have given it. And listen, Caribbean women. When you know what, it depends on where you go, because you can go deep enough into the Caribbean, man. Like in Jamaica, man, a Jamaican woman is more likely to be totally engulfed in Jamaican culture. You know what I'm saying? In Caribbean culture, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love that Caribbean culture, man. Nah, bro. We ain't give shouts out to other content creators. Yeah. If they're in here, then we'll give them a shout out. But we ain't just gonna be in here, man, just shouting out random content creators. You know what I'm saying? If they come through, yeah, for sure. Will it be Tanzania? Yeah, that's one I forgot. Tanzania, man. Tanzanian women are bad, boy. They different. They different, man. You know what I'm saying? Tanzanian women are different. And it's and listen, even some of those women in the French speaking country, man, I'm learning French right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning French. People learning Spanish, man, cool. I'm learning both. I feel like, man, it's a sin, man, not to be bilingual, man. Like it's just wrong for us as men to not be bilingual. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we realize the options that we have in America are very slim. So the pickings are slim. And yeah, man. So I'm learning French, man. The Ivory Coast, you know what I'm saying? Senegal. Man, there's a bunch of countries in Africa, man, where the women speak French, man. And listen, where the people speak French. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When things clear up, man, and we can really get back out and just bump around how we want to, man. Man, I'm gonna be going to some of these places, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going and staying, a month and just seeing how things are, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I might not come back. I get to the one that fit me like a glove. I ain't coming back, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go ahead and give me a second citizenship, man. I'm gonna have dual citizenship. I get to the one that fit me like a glove, boy. I ain't coming back ever. Everybody who wants to see me, man, I fly them to Africa, man, or Jamaica or wherever I end up at, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll fly them there. Bermuda is another place, man. The average income per capita for black folks in Bermuda is $90,000. Last time I checked, now that was a couple years before the pandemic. I don't know what it is now. I don't know how the pandemic affected them, but I hear the pandemic didn't affect Bermuda at all. Truth God is 30. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I really like your style. We definitely need to talk. Okay, holla at me. Pickers are real. Yeah, man, pickers are super slim here. And here's the thing, man. Guys still be out here chasing these women, man, for what? What's the purpose? I don't even want to mix energy with a non-feminine woman. Man, I'm not about to be intimate with no non-feminine woman. Why would I do that? I'm not finna get into go back and forth, do none of this crazy stuff, man, with no non-feminine woman who want to challenge me or want me to chase her. I ain't chasing no woman, man. What I look like? I'm the Alpha Dun Dollar King BOA, man. I'm not chasing no woman. Do I look like that kind of simp? I ain't chasing no woman. Nowhere. I ain't chasing a woman since I was a kid, man. Then we were playing hide and go get then. Y'all know what hide and go get is, man. I ain't chasing no woman, man. I wish I would, man. I ain't chasing no woman nowhere. If she hit my pockets up, then I'll chase her down. Other than that, man, I'm not chasing no woman, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And y'all doing good, man. Jay Lack said he met 2 good potential women in his lifetime so far, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I haven't met any. For my standards, I haven't met any, man. They either have one thing going well and just totally lack the other, or they have this thing going well and totally lack the other, or both of them are kind of mediocre. Or, man, I haven't met one woman that I would actually consider putting in that position of being my queen in my kingdom, man. Haven't met one woman. Now, the way Truth God is 30 talking, she might be somewhere looking into, but we'll see. But I haven't met one, brothers. And I'm to the point where I don't even look no more, man. I ain't looking for that. I'm just going about my life, man, building my kingdom. So when on my path, I hit that bump and I be like, what's this in the road? Oh, hey, Shawty, what you doing down there? Come here, baby girl. Get up. Come here. Damn, baby, let me dust you off. I ain't mean to run over you and shit, but I was on my mission. Come here. You all right? All right, come on, let's go get something to eat. Let me talk to you right quick. You sure you're good? Come on, hop on my back. I carry over that piggyback. Come on. And she on my back giggling and grinning and having a good time and all that, man. And so we go sit down, man. And I figure out, man, why she was on my path, man. And I sit down and talk to her. I realized she was on my path for a reason. I realized that God popped her right there on my path. So bam, there she is. If she ain't on my path, I ain't gonna never find her because I ain't looking. I'm on my path. I'm tunnel vision. I don't see nothing but what's in front of me, man. So if she over to the side waving and trying to flag me down, man, listen, this is real talk. Man, when I'm in my whip, man, either one of my whips, man, I don't even look to the side, man. You know, I be looking around, man, blah, blah, blah. Man, I pull up side, man, a car full of bras, man. I'm riding super clean, man. Got my pinky ring hanging out, man. Or I'm sitting there, man. Man, I just be chilling, man. I don't even look to the side, man. When I'm driving, man, I don't look to the side. I can feel eyes on me, man. I don't even look to the side, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm riding fly, man. I don't even look to the side, man. I be tunnel vision, man. I ain't got no time for that because I already know what caliber woman I'm gonna find in America, man. I ain't got time to be meeting her, talking to her. I ain't got time to do none of that, man. Because I ain't got time for it, man. It's been a long time, man. I was much younger and less wiser the last time I was impressed by a woman. And then I realized that right now, that woman is very unimpressive, man. So it's been a minute since I've been impressed by a woman, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. A long time. And so I'm just not gonna just be out here, man, knocking down these random chicks, man. Because now, granted, have I been impressed by the beauty, the physical beauty of some women? Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Man, I met some gorgeous women, man. And after one conversation, I realized, man, I ain't want nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Not absolutely all of them, but the majority of them, man. I realized after one conversation, man, I don't want nothing to do with them, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, brother. So I ain't gonna hold y'all here too long, man. We had a good show tonight, man. Good turnout, man. Good show, man. We'll be back in this thing, man. We'll do it again tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll do both shows tomorrow, man. We'll do the King Ray Ray show and the BOA show again tomorrow, man. And we'll just keep living our lives, man, and doing what we do, brothers. I appreciate all the support, man, on both channels. I appreciate all the support, man, the Patreon support, man. I appreciate you guys, man. All the amazing, chop ups that I have, man, on the consultations, man, helping guys come to solutions, man. And, that's the main thing for me, man. Helping guys come to solutions is the biggest reward I get, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the biggest reward I get. And never let anybody tell you anything different, man. That's the biggest reward I get, to see a man who hit a roadblock, start improving his life and going in the direction he wants to go in because he's unwilling to let people hold him back anymore. That's the most amazing thing to me, man. And I appreciate you, man, for having the intestinal fortitude, having the gumption to apply information to your life and change your life, because I can't change it for you. No one can change it for you. You got to dig in deep, take what you know, take what you can use, discard the refuse, and then take what you got, man, and build the life that you want, man. It's our job to build the kingdom that we want, and we got to be on that mission. That's our job. That's our goal. So let's make that happen, man. Hey, man, I appreciate all y'all being in the joint. My brother D. Flemings, I appreciate you being in here, man, riding it out, man, doing this thing, man. I appreciate it. All the brothers with the super chats, man, I appreciate all the support. Had one lady in here super chatting. Truth God is 30. I appreciate you. Appreciate your support as well. And I'll keep y'all posted, man. After I chop it up with Truth God is 30, man, we'll see what's happening, man. My bet is that she may try to change my insights on some things, but we'll chop it up, man. Flames, man, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, I got a new piece coming for you too, brother. I appreciate you, man. And everybody else in the joint, Spiritual OG, I see you, man. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Let's get ready to head on out this thing, man. But let's go alphas up, betas down. Peace. Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. All we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.
value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
See, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though.
Be Underwood.
Betas down, it's the motto.
Never let her around a woman
but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.
who you have not properly vetted.
Like they max, but they not though.
Make sure
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.
that any woman you allow to influence her has been properly vetted.
Not though.
Because you're going to need a woman to help you raise your daughter into a woman. Now, that could be your mother or your grandmother or your sister, which I would recommend. I would recommend that if you have a daughter, you allow her to only be raised and affected by a woman who you respect as a woman. And I think that's a big part as a man. When you have your daughter and you're a single father, you're going to have to do what a single mother would do. You're going to have to really screen the people you let around her. See, as a man, if your daughter was with her mother, you'd want her to carefully screen any man she let around her. And that's the same thing you have to do. And really, it's going to help you, because you're only going to have a woman who is ready to buy into that concept and be the exact type of woman that you would want to influence your daughter. So, that's the major part of it, man. And, I would say, man, it's best to just let that be done by your mom or your grandmom or your sister or some woman that you absolutely respect. And that's what I say about that, man. Didn't mean to skip you, brother. I saw at the end right there, man. Well, you were the last one up there. I scrolled back up and saw you up there, man. So that's what I do, brother. So let's head on out of here, man. Y'all be good. Peace.